We read about these people. We read about Raghunath Goswami, we read about Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, who are feeling that ecstasy. And the stories of Krishna appearing in front of them, Radharani appearing in front of them, offering them kheer, putting her shawl over his head. The story about Madhavendra Krishna himself came, with milk for him. So many stories because they're chanting feelings. We haven't experienced that unfortunately yet. But we will know the moment that happens because, as I said, that bliss that you have never felt, symptoms of ecstasy, going literally mad, symptoms of ecstasy are laughing uncontrollably, crying uncontrollably, not being able to stand, falling down, fainting, hair standing on end. All those things are ecstatic symptoms that come when you are chanting with feelings.
But your heart is not ready.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was saying. Heart is contaminated. The contamination is the 6 anarthas. Kam, Krodh, Moh, Irsha, Mad, Matsar, all those kind of things. They're the 6 anarthas that are essentially contaminated this place so bad it stinks. Krishna has to go like this, this too much smell. So he doesn't go. You've got these barriers. When the name wants to enter, these barriers go ping and goes out. Does not enter the heart.
Is it also we have the materialistic desire still?
Same thing, that's the anarthas, right? So there's no room left for Krishna to enter. And that's why, and what happens is, in our heart, do you know that we have a hole in our heart, every one of us? And the shape of that hole is the form of Krishna. Now, has anyone done crossword puzzles? Not crossword puzzles, sorry, the regular puzzles. 500 pieces, 5,000 pieces. And all the pieces are different shape. If you take one place where there's a hole and try to fit with another tile that's not the same shape, what happens? It doesn't fit. The hole remains. So we are trying to fit that hole that's in the form of Krishna with every possible thing you can imagine, all material. None of that fits. So even though we may have billions of dollars, maybe lots of position, everything we can imagine we have, but we feel empty inside because that hole still exists, the hole has not been filled. And we continue to feel empty until we fill that hole, but the only thing that will fill that hole is the form of Krishna, which is only coming with pure chanting. And that's the root of all our problems. All our unhappiness comes from that. Otherwise, money could make us happy, power could make us happy, fame could make us happy, talents could make us happy, but none of them do. Because that hole requires one tile that's shaped like Krishna. We don't have them. We're all the other junk, but she's piling on it, but the hole is still there. And will not go away until we chant with feelings, until we serve with feelings. Yes.
I just want to add, in the feelings aspect that you mentioned. Recently in the Back to Godhead magazine, there was one article. It says when we are chanting, we should have the feeling like when we are touching the beads, as if we are touching the feet of the
Lotus feet,
Lord.
yeah.
It was really beautiful.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We don't have that feeling, by the way, but maybe.
But at least we're talking about it. Hopefully we can develop that. If you don't even talk about it, you don't even chant, how will you ever get it?
Prabhu, we're talking about seeing Krishna, this person. Because we have the attachment, that's what we are not in that mood to see him. Because we have the attachment, we are attached to so many desires.
Yeah, so you're right. We talk about wanting Krishna, but how many of us really want Krishna? Given the choice of something material and Krishna, a lot of us so-called devotees will still go for it. And we do every day, we just don't like to admit to ourselves. We go after material things, not for Krishna. Although we talk about being good devotees, this and that, read all the philosophy and everything, but we still make the choice to go after material things. We don't want to fill that hole. That luster, that material attraction, all that takes us aside. Yes.
Prabhu, like you were saying about the chanting with your heart. chanting on the mind? Which is chant on the mind?
So, sorry, what's the question?
No, like can we do like a chant like in the mind?
Only in the
You
mind.
can chant only in the mind. If you can, it's harder to chant only in the mind. That's why it's put it out loudly,
Loudly.
because the more senses you engage, the better the probability that you'll be able to focus. If you just chant in your mind, then your mind is going everywhere else, and it's just not focused chanting. So not that you cannot chant, but you can. But if you get to the dhyan stage, then remembrance is one of the 9 processes. It's great. You can do that, but it's harder.
Obviously,
It's just harder.
So I can be running on a treadmill and chanting.
Sure. You can be doing anything, but if you're able to focus. Right? So even if you're running on, if your focus is on running, then you're not focusing on chanting.
Yes.
Right?
And it
It's like some people say, I can watch TV and chant, I can read my cell phone and chant, and I can drive and chant, and all those things. It's better how much are they able to focus. So that's why you want to remove the external distractions, and at least remove the distractions and then try to focus your mind. It's just a bit easier. The louder you chant, the easier. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami was telling a story that he figured out that whenever his mind wanders here there, if he chants louder, then he's able to focus more. So he says sometimes it was so difficult to chant very loudly. And then all these guys, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they went and complained to Srila Prabhupada. This Jayapataka, he's always chanting so loudly, we can't chant our own. So Srila Prabhupada called him and said, what's going on? So he said, Srila Prabhupada, it's because my mind wanders. I find that when I chant loudly, then I'm able to focus more. So, okay, that's fine, but don't disturb other people. So either go away somewhere and do that, or make it a little less loud. So our point is that chanting louder does help, but only to a degree that it can. So there was comment from there, yeah.
Motherji was asking that anybody seen Krishna?
Yes.
I'm sure like Srila Prabhupada,
Yeah,
they
that's
see it, but they don't disclose.
They don't advertise, that's right. Pure devotees don't say, let me be pure devotee. But they don't do that.
One day Prabhupada was chanting in the night time at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, and dancing very, very ecstatically and playing Mridanga at the same time. So in Jhansi, and then the person who was there, the president or whoever, he came out that who's chanting at this time in the morning. So he saw Prabhupada was dancing in ecstasy, and he had a garland, parijat flower garland, and from his neck to the toe. And so he wondered that garland in Jhansi, you hardly see them, that parijat flower, or they have small. But the one that Prabhupada was wearing was this big flowers. So he asked Prabhupada, where did you get this garland? He said, Krishna came and gave this garland to me. So I was dancing. So Prabhupada saw him.
Prabhupada also said that every time he wrote a book, Krishna will sit in front of him and dictate. Yeah, he write these books.
Prabhupada used to read his own writing, and he would say, did I write this? Because Krishna was dictating me, I was just writing what he was saying.
I think when Prabhupada is coming to the Boston, the first time to restaurant, he had a heart attack.
Twice in the
ship. That's why he said, I seen that Krishna is saving me.
Yeah.
Correct.
He saw Krishna going in a boat and saying everything will be okay.
Yeah, because he had 2 heart attacks.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a very famous picture, Krishna massaging his whole head.
Yes.
Yes.
So there, it was there.
So probably how best we can fill the gap? What we should do?
There's only one method, and that is trying to chant as purely as possible. There's no magic otherwise. So, chant, serve the devotees, which is very, very important. Read Prabhupada books, wherever possible, stay in holy dhams, or at least develop that mood of staying in the holy dhams, and that will help. And one of the things that is said about Rasa Leela is that all the gopis, they felt that they were with Krishna and with all the gopis. we should have the same feeling that we are with Krishna and with his devotees. All these devotees are as dear to Krishna as I am, if not more. And therefore, the only way, practical way to please Krishna is to serve his devotees. So let's not be envious of other devotees. Let's not compete with other devotees. Let's try to serve other devotees. Let's try to appreciate other devotees. And let's try to please the other devotees. Then Krishna will be pleased automatically. But we don't like doing that. We call you Prabhu and thinking, well, I'm just calling you, but I'm Prabhu actually. I'm more senior, I know more, It doesn't work. But that's what goes on. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but in the temple, a lot of times you join some group in Prashadam time, and they're talking about somebody else, or they talk about politics. And I'm saying, Prabhuji, just in the mandir, at least 2 hours, give it to Krishna. But they can't do that. There's so much pollution here. But formula is very simple. It's very straightforward. All we have to do is execute it. Prabhupada said, I've given you everything you need, and he has. But it's like the doctor gives you the medicine, you go to the pharmacy, you bring it home, but you never eat it. How will you be good? And that's what we're doing. We're bringing the medicine home, but we're not taking it. So it's taking
I
medicine.
was hearing in
Sorry?
Vrindavan lecture I'm hearing, and there is Janardhan Maharaj, he was giving the lecture, increasing the chanting, because we are thinking, okay, didn't finish, if anybody said, give me help, let's go make a flower, garland for Krishna, the help in the kitchen. He said, we always excuse, Prabhuji, sorry, I didn't finish my round. And he said, you are finished your attachment with that chanting, or you didn't complete. You are ignoring the service.
Yeah.
How you will get the blessing?
Exactly.
You should make a balance for chanting, for the service too. Then your chanting will be more increasing and faster, the way you can do. It's a